Hey, what are you doing there? Come on, let's do something serious. A week before Miyamoto Musashi died, some of his students went to visit him. He was old, frail, probably needed help standing up. But his eyes? Yeah, those were still dangerous. So they asked him something that had been haunting them for years. Master, you taught us everything. Every technique, every move. And yet, even now, we still can't beat you in a duel. What's your secret? Did you hide something from us? Musashi smiled. That kind of smile that says, you really don't want to hear this answer. And then he told them the truth. Strength isn't just technique. It's not some magic sword move you unlock at level 99. It starts in the body, long before you even touch a weapon. Before a samurai picked up a sword, his body had already learned how to suffer. Every day, they lifted heavy jars. They smashed their hands against wooden posts. And no, this wasn't because they were bored. They trained in silence. No audience, no applause, no, don't forget to like and subscribe. Not to look strong, but to make sure their body would never panic when things got ugly. This type of training had a name, Hojo Undo. And it's one of the reasons samurai didn't fold under pressure, while everyone else was shaking. Today, we're breaking it down. How they trained their bodies, how they trained their minds, and how you can apply the same ideas without lifting ancient jars or punching trees like a maniac. Watch this video till the end, because I'll show you the full method that helped forge the samurai body. And don't worry, you don't have to subscribe if this video isn't interesting. I'm not holding you hostage. But if you do enjoy it, yeah, you know what to do. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The weakness. No one saw the boy's name was Riku. He was 15. Thin arms, narrow shoulders, the kind of build that lost arguments before they even started. Quiet eyes too, always pointed at the ground, like it might suddenly answer back. The kind of boy people talked around, not to. The kind people decided things about without bothering to ask him first. Every morning, the village gathered near the training yard. Samurai moved in clean lines, blades flashing, feet slamming dust into the earth like thunder. Their breathing was sharp, controlled, very intimidating. Also very loud, for men who claimed to be calm. Riku stood behind the old wooden fence, fingers wrapped around the cracks. He never missed a morning. Not because he loved the show, but because something inside him felt unfinished, like a sentence that ended too early. One morning, a shadow fell across him. "You've worn holes into that fence with your eyes," a voice said. Riku froze, which, to be fair, was his specialty. The master stood there, old, slightly bent at the back, eyes calm but sharp. The kind of eyes that had seen men beg, boast, and immediately regret both. "Why do you stare so hard?" the master asked. Riku swallowed. Because I want to be strong." The master looked him up and down, slowly, honestly, the kind of look that feels like a full inspection, with no return policy. Then came the question that cracked him open. Strong for what? Riku opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Was it to fight? To be respected? To stop feeling invisible in a crowd? He didn't know. And unfortunately, the master noticed immediately. "Come tonight," the old man said, after the others finished training. That night, while the other boys practiced elegant sword forms under lantern light, smooth movements, beautiful angles, very impressive, very Instagram-worthy. Riku was led behind the dojo. There was no crowd, no cheering, no dramatic music, just stones, heavy jars, wooden clubs scarred from years of impact, and silence, the uncomfortable kind. "This," the master said, "is where weakness is dealt with. Not in front of others." This was Hojo Undo, not to perform, not to look skilled, not to impress anyone watching, but to build a body that would not betray the mind when fear arrived. Wait, buddy, let me take you back, because this matters. Hojo Undo is one of the most misunderstood parts of samurai training. When people think of samurai, they imagine swords, speed, and flashy technique. Basically, the highlight reel. But the samurai understood something deeper. Skill is fragile if the body underneath it is fragile. Hojo Undo was created to solve that problem. The term Hojo Undo means supplementary training, which is funny, because it wasn't extra at all. It was the foundation. It existed to prepare the body and mind for pressure long before real danger showed up uninvited. Samurai did not trust technique alone. They trusted conditioning. Hojo Undo built the body the way real life breaks it. Not clean, not controlled, definitely not comfortable. Instead of polished equipment, they used ordinary tools: stones, jars, wooden implements, sand, and body weight. Not because they were impressive, but because they were honest. Ordinary objects don't care how motivated you feel today. They don't adjust for bad moods. They don't go lighter because you tried your best. You adapt to them. Or you don't. That was the lesson. One of the core purposes of Hojo Undo was to strengthen what fails first under fear. Because when fear shows up, people don't lose everything at once. They lose grip. They lose posture. They forget how to breathe properly. They lose calm. Hojo Undo trained those weaknesses. Quietly, painfully, and long before anyone was watching. Chapter 2. The Weight of Ordinary Things. The master placed 2 stone jars on the ground. They weren't polished. They weren't special. They looked like something anyone could lift. Which, of course, was the trap. Pick them up. Riku bent down confidently. A confidence that lasted about half a second. The moment he lifted them, his arms screamed. His grip gave up immediately. The jars slipped and slammed back into the dirt, loud enough to embarrass him. Riku braced himself for shouting. It never came. Again, the master said. Riku lifted them again, dropped them again, again. By the 5th attempt, his hands shook. Day after day, Riku carried stones across the yard. He crushed sand in his palms until his fingers burned. He struck wooden posts slowly and deliberately. The posts, noticeably, never apologized. There was no cheering, no encouragement, no motivational speeches. Only one sentence, repeated until it followed him home. Your enemy will not wait for you to be ready. One evening, Riku collapsed onto the ground, chest heaving. Why don't we use swords? He asked. Isn't that what samurai do? The master looked at him. When fear arrives, he said quietly, your techniques vanish first. Your plans vanish second. What remains is your body. He paused. If this fails, everything fails. That lesson didn't leave. It settled, heavy and uncomfortable, just like the jars. Chapter 3. Pain is a teacher, not an enemy. Weeks passed. Riku's hands split open. His wrists ached constantly. Every morning, his body begged him not to stand up, very politely at first. He wrapped his hands in cloth and showed up anyway. One night, exhaustion finally won. He slammed a jar down. This hurts, he shouted. Isn't strength supposed to feel powerful? The master watched him breathe, watched frustration shake through him. Pain is not punishment, he said. It is information. It shows you where you are lying to yourself, where you believed something before you earned it. So I'm weak? Riku asked. The master shook his head. You are honest, for the first time. Then he added quietly, every man quits the moment pain speaks. Samurai listen longer. That night, Riku realized something important. Hojo Undo wasn't about muscles. It was about staying present when escape feels smarter, when quitting sounds reasonable, when your mind starts negotiating. Sound familiar? Chapter 4. The day the sword didn't matter. Months later, bandits struck the road near the village. Panic spread fast. Men shouted. Villagers ran. Hands shook, some more than others. Riku moved forward. His heart pounded, but his breath stayed steady. Annoyingly steady. When a bandit lunged, there was no time to think. Riku didn't plan. He didn't hesitate. He didn't remember a single technique by name. His grip held. His stance stayed rooted. His body responded before fear could interrupt. After it was over, another samurai stared at him. "You fight like someone who's faced death before." Riku shook his head. "No, I just suffered a little every day before this." That was the truth. When chaos arrived, his body recognized it. Fear had nothing new to teach him. Chapter 5. The teaching that outlived the master years. Later, Riku became a teacher. A young boy once asked, "Why do we train like this? Why not just learn how to fight?" Riku placed a heavy jar in the boy's hands. The boy struggled immediately. No explanation needed. "Because life doesn't attack you with swords first," Riku said. "It attacks your patience, your consistency, your discipline, especially when nobody is watching." He adjusted the boy's grip. "If you can't carry this," he said, "you won't carry responsibility. Hojo Undo prepares you for life before it prepares you for battle." Hojo Undo isn't ancient gym equipment. It's a philosophy of becoming hard before life decides to test you anyway. The boring reps, the unseen effort, the discipline when there's no applause, and no one to impress. That's what builds a body and a mind that doesn't collapse under pressure. Samurai weren't forged in battle. They were forged long before it, lifting ordinary things every single day.